Hi, I'm Brewster, and this is my new vodcast, Subterranean Cinema, where we talk about the hidden meanings and oft missed elements of our favorite movies. Um, like and subscribe. I guess that helps if you do. And, oh, yeah, we're going to go pretty deep into movies, so there's going to be lots of spoilers. Like today, for example, we're talking about the 1991 masterpiece, Thelma and Louise. And I think we all know they drive off a cliff at the end, right? And if you didn't know that, still watch it. That part has hardly anything to do with the rest of the movie. In fact, I think Thelma and Louise is really about permission. I think most people spend half their lives waiting for permission.
I don't know.
Permission to quit?
Something's like crossed over in me, and I can't go back.
Permission to love somebody.
Well, I may be an outlaw, darling, but you're the one stealing my heart.
Permission to start over.
Thelma, I'm going to Mexico.
Permission to be strange.
Well, I'm not on drugs, but I might be crazy.
Thelma and Louise is what happens when no one gives permission and somebody does it anyway. And the older I get, the more I think Thelma and Louise isn't about running away. It's about how many people never leave at all because they're waiting for permission that'll never come.
We're just gonna stay there and, fish and hang out and stuff, and we'll just be gone one more day, and then we'll be home tomorrow night.
No, you won't. You'll be back today. Now, you get your butt back here, Thelma, now. God damn it! If you're not back here by tonight, Thelma. Well then, I just don't want to say.
It's the biggest lie we tell ourselves that we can.
Brother Brew.
Beverly, how long were you there?
Depends. Physically or spiritually?
I was recording.
I know.
You knew.
You've spent 20 minutes talking to the camera and saying permission, like it's a Victorian ghost's name.
Well, this is all a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You're really going to sit there and explain Thelma and Louise to the world without consulting a woman?
I wasn't explaining it to the world.
That's true. The world hasn't shown up yet.
Ugh, that's fair.
Also, I think you're missing something.
Oh?
If the movie's lesson is don't wait for permission, then the takeaway can't be then you'll drive off a cliff.
Huh.
That's a hard sell.
I actually hadn't thought about that.
Evidently.
Well then, what's your take?
Beyond the obvious social commentary on women's experience,
Mm-hmm.
I simply think it's about becoming yourself.
Even if it costs everything?
Especially if it costs everything. Most people spend their whole lives bargaining away little pieces of themselves to stay safe. Thelma and Louise finally stopped bargaining. The tragedy isn't that they die. The tragedy is that they don't start living until they're already cornered.
That's awfully sad.
Ridley Scott thought it was worth exploring.
He does have a knack for portraying cornered people, not with sympathy, but admiration.
Alien, for starters.
Exactly.
Long before Hollywood was comfortable with it, he gave us Ripley. Competent, resourceful, human.
Yep.
She wasn't just the girl, she was the hero.
And then, a decade later, he gives us Thelma and Louise.
Funny how often people forget that.
Yeah. Can I ask you something?
It's against my better judgment, but I'll allow it. Shoot.
Do you think it's a romance?
Between Thelma and Louise?
Some people say so.
Hmm. What do you think?
I don't know. The kiss at the end never seemed romantic to me.
Huh.
They know they're about to die. It seemed more like friendship, maybe gratitude, and love, certainly, but not romantic love.
Why does it have to be one or the other?
What do you mean?
Brother Brew, your brain is delightfully binary sometimes.
Thank you?
Consider a thought experiment. The ending is often compared to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
That's fair.
Some people even think the final shot is a deliberate homage.
I have heard that.
Okay, imagine this. Robert Redford and Paul Newman kiss before they charge out into that hail of bullets. Would you say there's absolutely no romantic dimension to a moment like that? Well,
No?
no.
No, I guess I probably wouldn't.
Interesting.
Huh.
What?
I guess I made allowances for two women that I wouldn't have made for two men.
Look at that. Personal growth.
It's slightly unsettling, actually.
That's usually how it feels.
So maybe it's friendship?
Maybe.
Maybe it's romance?
Maybe.
Maybe it's something bigger than either of those words.
And now you're getting interesting.
Thanks, I think.
You're welcome, I think.
So what you're saying is I should do more of that on the vodcast?
Absolutely not.
Beverly,
Brother Brew, it's pretty likely no one will watch it.
geez, that's encouraging.
Maybe it'll be a disaster.
Even better.
Maybe you'll embarrass yourself publicly and go down in flames.
Apropos image, sis.
But you're doing the thing.
The thing.
You're crossing over. You can't go back, so keep going.
I guess that's sound advice.
I know it.
But what if I don't end up... Oh, and she's out. And, maybe that's the real lesson of Thelma and Louise. It's not about knowing where the road ends. It's just about deciding to put the car in gear. This is Subterranean Cinema. Until next time, keep going.
Let's keep going.
What do you mean?